So now that you know how to draw, very good. You know how to open the baton, although still you need to exercise a lot better every single day, so you can get into muscle memory as best as you can. Now the most fun part, I think, for training will be to actually hit the attacker. So now 80% of your problems in the situations have been probably solved because you know how to draw and open, but to learn how to strike, it's probably never going to be a disadvantage on your side if you actually know how to strike. Maybe one of the first that we are going to learn today is going to be something like imagining some prehistorical human with a big club and a big strike. That's how we are going to strike with baton right now for completely basic strike. We can demonstrate it on probably Bob, not my head. It's going to look something maybe like this. So, a couple more times, maybe one more time. It's a big, almost like a slash. Very high impact. What you need to realize here is that many people, when they hit with this, they want to hit and go away right away, and then the impact is not even as close as to what it could be. Another mistake, many people try to go all over the target, and again, it takes away the power. A very good imagination would be something like, pretend that you have a hammer in your hand and see like a nail right here, and you want to strike it so it doesn't move from side to side, and you want to get it to the head. So then, maybe with the visualization, it should look something like this. Again, yeah, imagine the nail and the hammer. How you can train it? The best probably will for you right now be something like a big bat.
First of all, will be in the air.
Of course,
part one.
So,
only
yeah.
for the sure of the technique, you need it. Charge yourself a little bit and smash. Pam, pam. Let's say it's an X letter. You need it. Poop, poop. Only this. This is the goal for now.
Yeah, imagine like you are drawing literally an X and go like this, at least both sides, at least 20 times. The more the better, because this is the part where you're probably going to be enjoying the most. So grab your baton and then draw an X from both sides, at least 20 times both, and add some power to it after you get the technique right. So go. So now that you practice it hitting in the air, now we're actually going to give you something that you can hit. It can go from anywhere from the wall all the way to maybe a heavy bag or bob. Bob is a little bit better because of the structure of the heavy bag. It will be for you a little bit harder to strike it correctly. But like I said, wall, bob, very good for practicing. So either grab the wall, go to the wall, grab bob, and practice the same movement. Don't forget about the technique. At least both sides at least 20 times. Right now, go ahead and do it. Okay guys, so now you've been practicing the strike without any like aiming and precision. So that's good because you're getting the technique. But now let's actually talk again. It's one of the reasons why the telescopic baton is so good defensive weapon. Basically, if you really wouldn't in this scenario want to hurt me, you don't want to kill me or hurt me, you can, for example, strike muscles. Typically, the biggest ones, for example, the legs. A leg strike, pretty good. It's probably going to discourage me from attacking. And you're not going to hurt me. No, it's going to hurt, but you won't injure me. That's my point. So if Pierre wouldn't want to hurt me from the opening that we just show you, he can very easily go for the legs, outside, inside, doesn't really matter. Okay, let's say that we want to hurt him but still not kill him. Very good is bones. For example, the hand, I have the knife, exactly. You have whole arms. This is probably the best ones for bones, right? I would say so because they're the closest to you. In a scenario where we do want to potentially kill someone is when our life is at stake. If I will have a knife, he'll probably don't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I won't hurt him. Yeah, there you can go all out probably. That's where you are going to strike the hands and the head mostly. Again, neck as well can be very, very fatal. Then again, it doesn't mean one strike with baton to the head, I'm going to die instantly. I'm not saying it can't happen, it's a possibility that it can. But again, it's not like with a gun. If I shoot someone with a gun to the head, of course he's gonna be dead. Here, the chances are not as high. You can hit someone, especially an untrained person, probably not one strike and gonna kill him. Multiple strikes. So keep that in mind, because now we are going to actually practice hitting all those areas. So first you're gonna grab your bob or heavy bag. Make sure to put clothes on them so you can actually see where are the arms, where are the legs, the neck, the head. That's why the heavy bag, the normal classic boxing one, is not the most best in practicing, because you can't see where you are aiming. Here, when you look at the bob, he's fully closed, and even if it will be bob where you don't have the legs, you can put like a big pad there, and it will serve as for you to hit the legs. So now, you won't go and practice hitting the big muscles. So for example here, the legs. You're gonna grab your baton. Big powerful strike to the legs. Again, close it and do it at least 20 more times or 20 times before you switch the target. So 20 times to the leg. Now. Super. Ruky, že?
Svaly, kosti, takže ruce
kosti.
nebo klavikula.
Fuck, to jako povím.
To je klavikula.
Klavikula.
Aha, klíční kost.
Okay.
And action.
Okay, so now you practice hitting the muscles, typically the biggest one on the leg. Now we are going to go for basically bones. The closest to you are most typically hands, so you can hit the hands very easily. Especially if I'm a person who is holding a knife, it's very good to hit the hands, because I likely am going to drop the knife. If not, my hand is probably broken. I will probably don't want to attack again. It's very good first strike, but it's not only the hands, you can actually strike the clavicle as well. Whoever had a broken clavicle, you know it's one of the worst pains you can have. So hands and clavicle, again on bob it's very, very good visibly. You can see it very well, and practice both hand and clavicle. So this is hand and clavicle. 20 times hand and 20 times at least clavicle. Go ahead and beat the hell out of Bob right now. So now we are going to go for a scenario where I really need to hit the head. So I want to probably kill him, or at least permanently stop him from attacking. Where you're going to aim mostly for the head is going to be the temple, or at least the top of the head. Again, it's not the same place here, here, and here. Aim for the temples or on the top of the head. Piru is going to show you. First the temples, and now the top of the head. Exactly. Take it to the temple at least 20 times. On the top of the head, again, at least 20 times. The more the better for you. Grab Bob and do it right now. So now we're gonna put it into motion again. This one would be the better for with a partner, because again it's a little bit different to hit a stationary target and someone who's moving a little bit. Here for the training, again, something like a big pad. In this case you can use the blue button if you have one. Even better would be the poster ones. Why? Because they don't break. You can hit all day every day and it's going to be absolutely fine. And if my partner misses and he would, for example, hit my fingers or arm, it doesn't hurt much. It's completely fine. You are not going to break any bones, nothing. It's very safe for training. So what you're going to do right now is grab the big pad. You're going to simulate it that it is your leg, and you're going to move a little bit. Again, Pierre, as the guy who's going to strike, will pretend that he's opening the baton and striking. So a little bit in movement. We're standing. I go here. Boom. Again. Here, we need to watch out when you're grabbing the pad so you don't hit your own hand. That's why we are practicing. Again, start a little bit slower and then add the intensity as you are getting better. Grab the pads, grab your partner, and go for the legs at least 20 times right now. Go. Okay, now we're going to stick to the exact same exercise with a little bit of change. I'm not only going to do step forward and my partner is going to hit me. I'm actually going to go push. Maybe I go a little bit back. Maybe I start circle. Again, this is not how the real situation is probably going to look like, but you need to practice the opponent or attacker actually moving back, moving forward. Maybe he'll start circling and you need to follow the leg. So it's a great exercise for practicing again the power and also your precision. In the maybe a little bit slower, it would look something like this. I go forward, hit, maybe I am going back, maybe I go switch here, maybe I go to the right side and again back. You need to follow your partner whenever he's going. He will be dictating where the fight is going to be, but you always need to practice aiming for the leg whenever he moves. So, grab your partner and do this for, it's hard to say 20 times. How long would you say, maybe?
It's about 50 to 100 repetition of my hits, not about the only your move, but my move. My hits
so again,
are counting.
Strike the leg at least 50 to 100 times. Stop the course, grab your partner and let's go. And now, probably even, we are getting very close to reality right now when it comes to striking the leg and practicing the aiming and the power. It's going to be again with posture. Blue buttons, okay, but I think your partner is not going to be very thankful if you're going to strike him with a rubber baton. This is actually pretty good. So now Peter can really practice his aiming and his delivery of power. I'm going to go a little bit into him, of course. I'm here, bomb, 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 bomb. And he's again hitting and hitting and hitting. Maybe during this I can go back, just like we did before. I'm going back, maybe I go to the side. It's the same thing as we did with the pad. Follow the leg. Again, we know this is not how the real situation looks like. But you cannot train only the real situation if you don't know the basics. And what is this course? The basics. So again, grab your partner and do the same as you did before, but without pad and with bolster. Do it again 50 to 100 times now. So, as you know, this variation of hitting a little bit like a club is very good for maybe people like likes or police officers that don't want to train much. So it's probably the best one because you can learn it very quick. But is it exactly the best one? I don't think so. We were talking about, I want to, for example, hit the bones, I want to hit the hand. Imagine trying to hit with the big strike a moving target, you know? Or if I want to actually like step quick. Maybe he can, but it's going to be very hard. Just try. You can grab your partner and try to actually hit his hand while you're doing this. It's going to be very hard. Maybe you get maybe one. Okay, I hit him. Great.
Fast.
Okay. Yeah. Now we have a big problem. As opposed to what we were showing you a little bit earlier. Shot like this. Boom. Now, even if I start move with the hand. Why? Because the distance of the travel that the baton has to do is a lot shorter. And I'm always going to be more precise with this than this. And this is for the warriors right now, not the people that just want to swing recklessly like with a hammer, but actually want to practice with baton, actually want to be good at it. So, what do you think you're going to do right now is practice with your body. Okay, so very last point to the striking like with a club is that it's mostly better when it's like the third shot, not the first one, because the first one needs to be precise and quick. That's why we're going to use the backhand now. How? Well, you're going to do it first in the air, but keep in mind, guys, this is not just an ordinary strike. It's going to look something like this. Peter's going to stop it with the hand, and now he's going to like imagine if he's throwing a fist to me, but he's actually going to use the baton. Again, some people make a mistake of not extending it in the end, and they like hitting something like this. Again, use the baton to its full potential. So you're just thinking like you're hitting a jab, but you're going to prolong it in the end. So it will look something like this to the hand now. Boom, and go, and go. See what he's doing. Like a jab, but extending with the baton in the absolute end. So now what you need, just for basic practice, again to the air, this move at least 20 times, but here I think the more you'll do it, even better for you, because this one is a little bit harder to learn from the beginning. So grab your baton and to the air at least 20 times now. So now we're going to, again, up the levels a little bit. We're going to use the pads for this one, so you can actually visualize like it's a head. And very simply, from the beginning, you are just going to have one target, one strike, boom. Again, your partner, for the safety, just leave it there every single time, okay? And you're just practice, practice, practice. This one, do at least 50 times. One target, one shot, go now. Now we are going to do a double shot with the backhand, so it's going to look something like this. So exactly the same thing, but now double up on the shot. It's going to give you again more practice with the backhand shot. Grab the pads, grab the baton, go.
Be
right
careful
now.
only about charge yourself, not this one. It's too low, yeah, it isn't powerful. What I needed is a little bit charge myself. It's mean my elbow touch my ribs, and this is the position for charging. Not more. It's not too long, and it not give you the more power. Yeah, I need this one. Pop. It's a perfect timing, perfect distance for charge myself, but not less. This is too low. This is too much. I needed something like this. Even with the double of the hits, it's mean pump, charge, pump. Try to combine, pump, pump, a little bit faster, pump, 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 pump. Every time try to hit the same point. Yeah, it's so accuracy that you be able to hit many times in the same place in, let's say, target of 2 centimeters, no more. It's fine.
Yeah.
50 times.
At least 50 times. Don't do the mistakes that Peter just showed you, and go. Now we are going to give you 2 targets. So exactly the same shots, but now with 2 targets. Again, imagine maybe 2 heads. Again, now we are again combinating that it can't be the first hit that Peter showed you, very close one, but you have 2 targets. So again, a little bit harder, a little bit more advanced, and now we are getting better with this exact backhand shot. So again, grab your partner, 2 pads, and very quick, 2 targets, at least 50 times, go. Okay, now this is going to be exercise where only do it if you do have the blue button, because otherwise, again, with pulsars, safety reasons, with pulsar it's not going to be the same thing. Why? Because now actually you can practice the opening and again 2 targets, or go only for 1. Again, based on your skill level, you can go 2, but 1 is completely enough for this one. Practice the opening and then the strike. Watch out for too long in between the strikes. Again, stationary targets, stationary heads. We are not combining head and hand or hand-head. No, only 2 heads. Stationary, practice it again, at least 50 times. Go. So now, because you can imagine the head even better, grab your normal baton, grab Bob, and give him a straight strike to the head. Again, very quick, powerful. Once again. The same shot as you were going to the pads, but now go for the head. Again, try to aim for the same place. Grab the Bob, grab baton, and again, at least 50 times, now go. Now do exactly the same, but with 2 targets. So if you do not have Bob, for example, you can use wall, very good for, okay, 1 target here, 1 target here, and do it against the wall. But you need 2 targets. Even better when you do have Bob, or maybe Bob and a second heavy bag, you can do it like this. You can see Peter using the hand in the end. You can, but it's not the point right now. But of course, Grandmaster will not do only the basics, right? So again, 2 targets, 1, 2, at least 50 times again, and go for it. Okay, now we're gonna switch the targets a little bit. Your partner grab a boxing glove, even better if you have a knife in the boxing glove as well, for again, a little bit more realistic training. And now we're just gonna practice hitting the hand with, again, imitating the opening. Again, polster, very good for this one. And again, you go boom, and try to add speed and speed to it. I'm going to be stationary with the hand so far, just for the partner to get the practice that he needs. Now, only hand strikes, again, at least 50 times, and go. Okay, now we are going to do combination of hand and head strike. Basically, in a combination, it's going to look something like this.
Yeah, before you have the 2 targets, like 2 heads in the same level. Now it's similar, but you have to combine the hit to the hand and hit to the head, like before here. Okay, there's the new position. It's mean open, papa, really fast, 1 1 1 1, pam 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 pam.
Okay, many people do the mistake of hit and charge completely back and then go. It's basically from point A to point B. Exactly. Hit the hand and go to the head as soon as you can after the first strike. Again, go for it at least 50 times now. Okay, so now let's add something a little bit into this exercise as well. What can happen is that the first strike misses and I can go through and stab. So now, just like a little bit more protection is going to be the second hand. Very slowly, something like bam boom. The same if he would miss with the baton, the second hand is there just to be sure that the knife is not going to go into him. In full speed, something like this. What you're going to do is grab your partner 50 times again. Okay, now we're going to again combine it with hand, hand, head. But what you need to really focus on is that the first hit is the more important out of these two. Many people just want to really give the very quick first one and then give power to the second one. No, that second hand is there just for some added protection. Okay, the first one strong, and second, in case he misses, it's there. But we're going to, of course, up the levels a little bit, and we are going to add a head strike there as well. So again, in full speed, it's going to look something like this. Grab your partner, grab some helmet, glove, and go for it at least again 50 times. Go. So now we are going to again add movement into this. Again, this is still not hyper realistic, but we are getting closer. What that means is I'm going to be moving forward, backwards, from left to right, and he's going to do exactly the same combination following my movements. One of the guys who is holding the knife, don't try moving with the knife just yet. Keep it stationary, but you are going to be the one moving. Again, we're going to show you how it's going to look in like full speed. So, for example, I'm starting, go. So, it looks fun, it is fun training, so grab it and add movement and go again at least 50 strikes now. Okay, now what we are going to try and do is forehand. For a forehand strike, it's going to look something like this. Why is it important to combine with the backhand? Is if Peter wants to actually circle me and not just stand in one place, if he would be just hitting the backhand, he would always be kind of here. But if he will add the forehand strike, now he can actually move a lot better and circle away from me. That's why we need to add it there into practice. But now, not in combination, just forehand strike, to the air for at least 50 times and go. Okay, now grab the bob, do the exactly same thing, but not backhand, but forehand shot, and practice it. Again, go for the head at least 50 times so you can get the hang of the hitting from this angle. Again, a little bit different. Pause the video, go. All right, now you are going to double up on your shot. For, once again, 50 times to get to a position where you want to be.
And for now, you needed to focus again for the charging, because for one hit it doesn't matter, but for the double of the hits or multiple hits, it means you needed a charge a little bit. Yeah. Again, not only by the wrist. People do this mistake very often. And not this one, because it's a different type of attack. I needed, again, fast move, but charge myself again. If my elbow touch my ribs, it's enough. Or a little bit here for the shoulder, it's fine. It's too much, yep? It means I needed something like this for charge myself, for the maximum of the powerful.
Power and speed combined together.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, 50 times.
Yeah,
let's go.
Okay, now the same, but double, two targets. Do it a little bit differently. Back then you were holding the pads like this. Now you are going to do it like this. So then, again, forehand, two opponents, pom pom, pom pom. Again, no more charges, not just the wrist, use the whole body, but combine the speed and power 50 times at least. Go. Now, as we did before, we're going to change the target to the hand with the knife. It's going to look something like this. Again, stationary, don't move with it, for your partner to practice the powerful strike to the hand. Again, grab the poster, grab your boxing glove, even better with a knife, and do it again at least 50 times. Go. Now we are again going to add the head strikes in, so in full speed, it looks something like this. So the same as you did with the backhand, but with the forehand strike, hand, head, at least 50 times, and come back after you do it. Go. Okay, so if you guys remember what was the last almost, adding the hand for protection. Again, if I miss the first one, the second one is there for just more safety if I penetrate through maybe the first strike of the baton. In full speed, again, we are talking about something like this.
Yeah, so I needed a little bit more push myself to move. Yeah, not only stay, because it's not enough. I needed a little bit more go in, let's say 45 degrees in the move, but only one step on the side, it will be fine, because I needed to
yeah, you need to move away from the knife as well with this one. So again, a little step forward 45 degrees, and again, combine at least 50 times. Go.
A ještě blok. Dobré.
And now for getting even closer to realistic, again, don't move the knife too much. We are going to move only with our bodies. So I'm going to be the one who's going to be moving either forward or backward, and Peter will have to adjust based on where I am moving. Looking something like this. We're starting here, the knife doesn't move too much. And again, with the added movement. Now you need to work with your legs as well, so it's just not just stationary practicing of hits. Again, guys, we are moving closer to reality each exercise. So grab your partner and 50 times at least, go. Okay, now we are at the stage of the course where it's more like a free battle, more about the flow. So actually the body can now acclimatize of the strikes. Again, we have to very differentiate between I want to hurt him, or let's say, suppose I don't want to hurt him and I have to hurt him. And that's exactly what we are going to do right now in this part. So what I meant to say by this is, for example, in a bar fight, I am going to be now not armed, or at least you don't see that I'm armed. Why would he right away strike me to the head? I don't think it's very necessary. If I want to box him, it's going to be...
Sorry, we will speak about the law consequences.
Yeah.
In many countries, probably not only about you and your decision, but it's much more about the law consequence. You cannot, probably, in normal law country, yeah?
Of course. There's a big part of this course as well. So, what I meant to say is the thing that Pierre is going to do with the baton is every single time the same. It doesn't matter if I want to box him. Again, he'll strike the arms. Let's, for example, even if I have a knife in my hand, again, exactly the same thing. What you see in many systems or collection of techniques is when it's like this, you're going to solve it like this. If he wants to kick, do this. Guys, do you actually think that someone knows these 5,000 techniques about every single solution? Definitely not. Here, what is SORUDO's biggest principle is one solution for many, many, many problems. So, like I've said today, right now, it doesn't matter if I do have a knife and he strikes me, or I want to box with him and he strikes, or I want to even kick him. I want to kick. It doesn't matter. Yeah? And now, in this stage, you are going to practice that a little bit. Again, with a little bit of flow, with the mindset, I don't want to kill him right now. I don't have to. So, for example, I am going to be the guy who's trying to box with Peter. He's going for the arms. Maybe, yeah, maybe he'll switch it during that. Hands and then legs. And I'm here, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Until he fall down, he is threat for me. Okay, I want to continue, but once again, I don't want it to hit the head, not hit the vital zone and kill him.
Think about the next day. I'm not going to be in a coffin, but I'm going to be in bed. I probably shouldn't attack. There's a big difference for me and even for the guy who's striking. So I think grab your partner, right?
Yep.
And not very hard, maybe something like 50%, and combine hand, legs, with the intention of not killing him, but again, a little bit more flow, a little bit more with moving as well. So go with your partner, again, at least 50 strikes, go.
And will be look like this. He don't want it to really hurt me, don't want to kill me, but I try to continue with attack. He only continue what he knows. Only for react for the hands, only for the react for the legs. Different type of attacks you can combine. And if it's work, okay, this is the fine for only the flow and the combine. But this is the first part only. 50 times like this, try it now.
Okay, that was very good for the flow. Now actually again, a little bit spice of realism. For example, now if Pierre is going to actually hit me to the hand, I'm probably not just going to keep moving forward and take hits. It doesn't work like that. The reaction is going to be something like, I'm going to be here. What is your position right now? I am here, my hand is hurt. Do you really need to attack me again? Now is the time to escape. Fight and flight. Maybe I didn't react for the first one. Okay, I'm here, boom, boom. And now the attack stops. Okay? I'm afraid when I'm attacking. When I'm in my defensive position and my hand or even leg hurts, I'm not. So again, practice. If your partner reacts to the attack and steps back, let it be, now is your time to escape the situation. So again, at least 50 strikes with your partner. Go. So now we were doing a little something different. Now we are in the scenario where he is armed. What we want to say with this, it doesn't always have to be the knife. It can be a wrench, it can be a stick. It really doesn't matter. Like we said before, the technique is always going to be the same. So it doesn't matter if there's a knife or a stick. I'm still going to attack the same way. Like I've said, it doesn't matter. Boom, 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 boom. What changed? Absolutely nothing. I'm still striking the same way, no different techniques. Again, you're going to practice with your partner like this because it's very good for reaction and precision. Now partner is not reacting to my strikes, just moving with it a little bit, and you are defending, striking the hand. Let's go, 50 times at least. Go. Okay, so now we are going to get even more into realism. It's not just going to be normal, kind of like a dummy hitting, but a little bit more realistic. So he's going to actually like continue in the sequences. It's going to look something, before that, it was looking something like this, very, okay, okay. But now we're going to change it a little bit. So I'm here, and we're actually going through with the strikes. Again, I had to improvise a little bit more. And you're going to get into very nice flow. So even if you are, for example, this exercise, many people can do it for 10 minutes, they don't even know because you're in a flow. And that's what we want to achieve with this one. It doesn't matter if he throws kicks, punches, or with a, for example, wrench. It's exactly the same. So again, get into the flow, do it at least 50 strikes. The more, the better. Go. Now for a little bit of a change, he's not going to have a long weapon but a short weapon, just so you can adjust to the range. There is not always going to be perfect. Sometimes it's going to be a shorter range, but again, the same thing applies. I'm here. And you can combine all the strikes, so maybe once I'm here, and then, oh, I got stabbed, okay, 1 point for Peter. Again, boom, 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 boom.
Slow down, slow down.
We went a little bit too quick. That's why we've been doing it for a longer time. But it doesn't matter. Again, slow down a little bit, but continue with the flow. He's not just attacking like a dummy. And so on, and so on. Again, guys, play with it. So take a shorter weapon right now. And again, go for it at least 50 times. But I think you can do this even longer. Go.